In 1952, an old Cuban fisherman rows out into open water. He hasn't caught a single fish in 84 days. The other fishermen laugh at him. They call him unlucky, cursed even. Too old for this. 70 years later, a 39-year-old man walks onto a football pitch in front of 80,000 people. He's already won everything a player can win. Everyone says he's too old for this too. But here's what the fisherman and the footballer both know that nobody watching them does. Age doesn't retire a man, only he does. This is the story of Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea, and why, in the middle of a World Cup, it might be the most important story you've never really understood. Ernest Hemingway wrote this book in Cuba in 1951 after years of critics saying his best writing was behind him. He needed one more great work to prove them wrong. So he wrote about Santiago, an old poor fisherman mocked by nearly everyone in his village. Nearly everyone, except one person, a boy named Marlin who still believes in him. Marlin isn't even allowed to fish with Santiago anymore. His parents think the old man's luck has run dry. But the boy still brings him food, still talks fishing with him, still calls him the greatest fisherman there is. Everyone else has given up on Santiago. One person hasn't. Keep that detail in mind. It matters more than it seems. On the 85th day, Santiago does something reckless. He rows out farther than anyone else, past the safe waters into the deep current where the biggest fish live. If he fails out there, no one will even find him. And then it happens. Something enormous takes his bait. Not a fish he can reel in, but a fish that starts pulling his boat, dragging him farther out to sea. It's a marlin. The biggest one he's ever seen, bigger than his own boat. And for the next 2 days and 2 nights, this old man, alone, exhausted, with a rope cutting into his bleeding hands, refuses to let go. Santiago finally kills the marlin and straps it to the side of his boat, the catch of his life. He starts rowing home, already imagining everyone's astonishment. But the blood in the water has drawn sharks. First one, then more. And Santiago, already exhausted, already bleeding, has to fight them off with nothing but a knife lashed to an oar. By the time he reaches shore, there's almost nothing left of the marlin, just a skeleton tied to his boat. Here's the part people forget about this book. Santiago doesn't come home a winner. He comes home with a skeleton, torn hands, and nothing to sell. By every practical measure, he lost. This is exactly what happened to Messi in 2014. He dragged an entire Argentina team to the final almost by himself, won the Golden Ball as the best player of the tournament, and then Germany scored in extra time, and he went home with an individual trophy and no World Cup. The marlin, eaten by sharks, right in front of him. He didn't even look at the trophy on his way past it. Hemingway gives Santiago one line that has outlived every critic who said he was finished. Lying there, exhausted, having lost the fish to the sharks, he says, "A man can be destroyed, but not defeated." And Marlin, the boy who never stopped believing in him, tells the other fishermen he's going to fish with the old man again, no matter what anyone says. Because he finally understands the marlin was never really the point. The 2 days of holding on when everything told him to let go, that was the point. Now a different old man chasing a different kind of fish. Lionel Messi is 39 years old at this World Cup, his 6th tournament, tying the record for most World Cups ever played by one man. And in this tournament, he became the all-time leading scorer in World Cup history with 20 goals. In the semi-final, he set the record for most assists ever in a single World Cup, crossing the ball onto a teammate's head to send Argentina into the final. Not with the speed he had at 20. With everything he's learned in a lifetime of not giving up. Here's why this 70-year-old book matters this week, whether or not you care about football. Somewhere in your life, there is a version of the 85th day, the point where everyone around you has quietly decided you're finished, where the smart move looks like staying home and letting someone younger take the risk. Hemingway's answer, and Messi's 70 years apart, is the same one. You row out anyway. Messi got his marlin eventually. In 2022, 8 years after Germany, he finally lifted the World Cup. The whole world watched an old fisherman, in football terms, finally bring the fish home intact. And now, at 39, he's rowing out again. Not because he needs to prove anything. He already has the trophy, the records, the statues. He's doing it for the same reason Santiago kept fishing after 84 empty days, because that's who he is. If this story hit you the way it hit me, hit subscribe. Every week we open another classic book that everyone's heard of and almost nobody's actually read, and show you why it still matters right now. Next week, we're opening a book that predicted exactly the kind of world we're living in today, and you're not going to believe how right it got it. See you then.